Oh my God, my gorgeous Pisces, something so unpredictable is about to happen to you right at the beginning of this week. Oh my God, this is going to be so unpredictable. And you know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you like I always am. Of course, my gorgeous Pisces, you're not going to like it. What is going to happen? But please stay with me. This is not a bad reading. This is not a negative reading. This is going to turn out to be absolutely brilliant. Sometimes negative things happen, but that doesn't mean that they're not meant to happen. That doesn't mean that these negative things are not going to lead towards something remarkable. And we are going to have one of those situations here. My gorgeous Pisces, listen to me, my gorgeous Piscelini. You have been waiting for this for a while. And I am getting really excited for you. You are literally about to break free, and you will see exactly what I mean. So let me just go back to the beginning of this reading when I said that something really unpredictable is going to happen. Okay, let me tell you, something unpredictable is going to happen and you are not going to like it. I think that you're gonna want to start something or something like that, you know, and you are just not going to have a great time whatsoever. So the bottom line is something unpredictable is going to happen in such a way where you are gonna realize that you are having so much difficulties, so many difficulties with something specific in your life. Are you listening to me? So something unpredictable is going to happen, and this unpredictable thing which is going to happen, it's like pretty much so going to show you, you know, what do you have difficulties with, you know, and this in itself. So you're gonna have difficulties with something unpredictable. You are going to have difficulties with something, and that in itself is going to surprise you. That in itself is going to kind of make you feel a little bit negative to start with, it's going to make you feel a little bit unhappy to start with. It's going to confuse you a little bit, and then this mind-blowing, interesting realization. This interesting realization which you are going to have is just so important. It's like a blessing, my gorgeous Piscean. It's like a blessing literally, because you would not be brought to this stage, to this point of your spiritual journey to kind of like touch, to tap into this bravery, to tap into this dimension. And this dimension can only bring the bravest and the most powerful, you, my gorgeous Piscelini. So this in itself, it's gonna be brilliant. Do you understand me? So you see already that this is actually going to turn out to be absolutely brilliant for you. So you are going to have this interesting realization, and that interesting realization, the reason why you're going to have this is because, at the same time, it's because the reason why you're going to have this interesting realization, it's because you are going to have a courage from all this. This is all going to give you confidence, and it's going to give you courage as well. And this is why you're going to have this really interesting realization. You need to understand that particular realization, what are you going to realize? It's going to be such a mind-blowing moment in time, because at that moment in time, you're going to restore this balance in your life. You're going to restore control, and you are, my God, like literally gonna make quick decision, which is based on some kind of contemplation which you've had for a while. You knew what you needed to do. You knew which way to go. You knew which path to take. You knew kind of which adjustment do you need to make. But only now it's becoming crystal clear and absolutely obvious that this is becoming imminent for you to do. When it comes to your happiness, when it comes to your optimism, when it comes to you doing the right thing and making the most out of life, you're not even realizing realizing, my gorgeous Pisces, but right now, baby, you're right in the middle of this crossroads. You're in the middle of crossroads and you're not even realizing. And when you find yourself in the middle of crossroads, like so unexpectedly, you really have to go with your first initial feeling. You have to go with your intuition. You have to follow your spirit, because if there is even an ounce of like some kind of doubt or negativity, no baby, no, you're just gonna sink. You know what I mean? Like sink. I mean by like you're just gonna like kind of start over analyzing something you should never over analyze. And once you start over analyzing, you know, you just start losing yourself, you know, instead of going on top. And this is exactly what you're doing right now. So you see, something unpredictable is going to happen. You're not gonna like it. It's gonna make you feel really unhappy, and it's like you're gonna try to do something or start something and it's not gonna work. You're gonna have some kind of difficulties, you know, and this in itself is gonna highlight an aspect of your life that's causing you difficulties and that has been causing you difficulties. And then you're gonna have this interesting realization, and you're gonna make this quick decision, because all this is going to give you courage. You're about to restore control of your life, and that means that you are really going to this quick decision that you're gonna make. It's gonna be based on that contemplation which you had for a while. You know, it's to do with your goals. It's to do with one of your goals. It's to do with something that has been on your mind persistently, my gorgeous Pisces. This is going to be obvious because it's to do with your desires, and it's to do with the things that you are determined. It's to do with like a very intelligent choice you are making at this moment in time. When it comes to this contemplation, this is all about, you know, very, very intelligent choice you are making at the same time. A wise choice. You know, it's like kind of you doing less, but then being so much less restricted as well, you know. And this is why this is going to be so important, my gorgeous Pisces. Indeed, you know, you need to understand that now you are kind of taking over your life. Please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you didn't take over your life before, that you didn't run your own life before, but it's just this great sense of grounding which you are going to have. Something is going to happen deep within, and you are going to become so much stronger, so much more powerful. You are going to become such a big leader of your own life, okay? At this moment in time, my gorgeous Pisces, listen, how you gonna feel? You're gonna feel like nothing can stop you ever again. And this is like a very genuine feeling that you really need to follow, because when you feel like this, nothing can stop you. You accelerate things in your life so fast. You speed those things up that normally you don't have a courage to deal with, let alone just like being so brave and make decisions that took absolute ages to make. So this is why this stage is going to be remarkable. So you are becoming a leader of your own life by being in such a great dimension, my gorgeous Pisces. At the same time, you are projecting a very powerful energy. So to those people in your life who are so important to you, who are number one to you, like your family members and people who mean to you a lot, like your friends, you know, people who you appreciate, you know, at the same time, you're literally showing to them how it's done. You know, you are projecting a very powerful energy at the moment, and do not forget that whatsoever. The reason why is because you are, this is to do with your, listen. You know, when it comes to that interesting realization, you know, when it comes to that contemplation, you know, when it comes to like, that interesting realization, when it comes to that quick decision that you're gonna make based on that contemplation, let me tell you, this is more important than you can imagine. That's why I'm like this. That's why I get so excited. This is more important than you can possibly imagine. Why? I will tell you why. Because this is the beginning of your own rebirth. This is this is to do with your inner calling, my gorgeous Pisces. This is to do with a whole new phase in your life. So now what's happening, this, like, you're awakening and you're turning a new page here. You're turning a new leaf. You're turning a new leaf here, my gorgeous Pisces. This is to do with a beautiful, gorgeous, ever so spontaneous, but needed, so needed, like a brand new beginning in your life. After that, not that long after that moment in time, my gorgeous Pisces, you are going to have a very nice and emotional experience. Not that long after that moment in time, still at the beginning of this week, you're going to have this really emotional experience. Really emotional experience, you know, and like, or like a new emotional experience, you know. Something is going to happen. It's gonna be nice, it's gonna be beautiful, and all I can describe this like, it's like a new emotional experience, or like some kind of emotional experience, but you are gonna be very, very excited, you know. And the reason why you're going to be so excited is, you know, when it comes to that new emotional experience, it's like there is something that you are going to hear. There is something that you're going to become aware of. There is something that you're going to really pick up on. So it's not only about, you know, like a new emotional experience, you're really enjoying yourself, but there is something else which is going to happen. There is something which you're going to hear, and you're going to be so excited. The specific information, and that particular information that you're going to hear, it's really kind of going to make you feel so excited, because somehow you're going to find out how can you speed up something, how you can hurry up with something. There is a very important information that you are going to become aware of, and in order to speed up with something really specific here, and it's just so going to be connected with like what happened beforehand. Just remember, this is not random. This is like a spiritual domino that you benefit from. Yet again, my gorgeous Pisces, this is all happening for a reason. Okay, so this in itself, it's going to be completely connected to what happened right at the beginning of this week. And this is why you're going to feel so excited, because you're going to be like, oh my God, you're not going to be able to believe this. So it's not only about new emotional experience or something beautiful that's going to happen, but it's more about this information which you're going to become aware of, how to speed something up. And it's to do with like the first part of this week that I was talking about. And in order to speed something up, it's about an important adjustment which you're going to need to make. And this adjustment which you're going to make, you're already going to enjoy the benefits from it by the end of October. By the end of October, September and October 2024 are going to be so important when it comes to you having a huge accomplishment because of this. In September and October, you are going to be able to notice like, oh my God, the direct correlation with everything that was happening here and what is going to be happening in September and October as well. All I can say to you, September and October, you are going to be enjoying yourself like you haven't enjoyed yourself in absolute ages. Okay, September and October are gonna be brilliant for you, my gorgeous Pisces, because you are going to have absolutely a great time, and you are gonna be so grateful to yourself that you took all this seriously indeed. Okay, by the time you get to the mid part of this week, I want to tell you something, my gorgeous Pisces. This is like quite odd, but it's like at around the midweek, I can really see that somebody's going to need your help. Somebody's going to be like in a little trouble, you know, and maybe, I think it's to do with like a finances and financial situation. Somebody's like in some kind of a trouble here, somebody close to you, somebody connected to you, but they're like, it may be embarrassed to say, or they don't want to open up, or they don't like to open up, or it's to do with a person who doesn't like to open up to other people whatsoever. You know, there's few different types of people in this world. Some people like to talk about their problems straight away. You know, some people are like, need friends, need people, and need certain people in their lives just to talk about their problems. And certain people, as soon as they have problem, they just need to talk to someone about their problem, like their best friends or family members. And there's other type of people, people who just do not like to talk about their problems whatsoever. Certain people just like to deal with their own problems, you know. Maybe they should, maybe they shouldn't. It really depends which type of problems we are talking about, but most certainly talking about problems, that helps quite a lot. But then again, everybody is different. Not everybody is the same. So some people do find it much easier and much better to deal with their own problems in their own way. And there could be several reasons for it, but you know what I mean, it is the way it is. So this particular person here, I don't think it's somebody who likes to open and talk about their problems. And you think like, oh my God, why am I talking so long about somebody else, you know? Well, do you know what, my gorgeous Pisces, it's like, it's really to do with somebody who is in your life and somebody who mean to you, all right? So it's like a family member, somebody that's going to be going through something very difficult, but I do think it's to do with the finances. And I can see you helping someone, bless your heart. And this is brilliant. This is brilliant. But you know, because you have such a good heart, you're very emotional, you know, you're very psychic, you're very intuitive, and you're rather connected to these earthly energies, you know, so you can feel emotions like pretty much so heightened in such a heightened way, and especially if somebody is struggling with certain things, you're really able to pick up on it, you know, you're like a little spiritual sponge. But I don't mean that in a bad way, I mean that in a good way, of course. So you can pick up very easily, my gorgeous Pisces, when somebody's sad or somebody's down or something is not right with someone, and then you can see that person smiling and laughing, and then you're gonna be very good, you know, at picking up and saying, oh no, something is wrong with him or her, and everybody's gonna say, no, she's happy, he's happy. You're gonna be like, no baby, no. So you're very powerful when it comes to this, you know, it's a gift, you know, it's a nice gift to have, really. But yes, so you are gonna help to this person, and I absolutely love you for it. But there is something interesting for you there as well, because let me tell you something, my gorgeous Pisces, somehow, so you are going to help to this person, great, blah blah blah, but somehow you are going to be able to identify what is just a temporary distraction at this stage in your life, and you're going to be surprised what this is, but you will be happy. Do you get me? So already you have got a big karma mama coming in and giving you a big wet kiss. Mwah. Seriously, you have a big karma mama coming immediately, and immediately there is going to be something there for you. And I'm not telling you to go and help this person just because you're gonna get something out of it. No baby, no, you're gonna do this whether you hear me or not, as simple as that. But I'm just telling you that it's such a beautiful act which you're gonna do, that this beautiful energy is so powerful which you're gonna create, because you're gonna do something huge, because someone is suffering a lot here, but they're not saying, but it's going to mean them a lot what you're going to do. And just your energy, it's going to help them, and it's going to make them feel so much better about themselves. But when I said that karma is going to reward you so nicely, something is going to pop up, something is going to come up in between you two when you have a conversation, and you will realize that something specific in your life, it's only a temporary distraction. This is so important. So you don't make an impulsive mistake. So you're not going to make an impulsive mistake. And this is the way you're going to find out what that is, okay? So you don't make that impulsive mistake. So you see, karmically, you are going to have a beautiful reward here, because you are most certainly going to become aware of this information, which is going to play an important role when it comes to you protecting yourself. Oh my God, talking about being crazy week, my gorgeous Pisces. So interesting, so colorful. This week, literally, you got a bit of everything, seriously. And also, my gorgeous Pisces, you know, it's like, don't forget, if you are feeling drained or if you are feeling tired throughout this week, if you're feeling drained, if you're feeling tired, because a lot is going to be going on mentally and spiritually, a lot is going to be going on, and this in itself drains our energy in a very, very specific way, but we feel it very, very specifically as well. Please, if you feel drained or if you feel tired, I know you're gonna like, oh no, here we go again, but please just get like, and I know I said this millions of times, but I'm gonna say it again, I'm sorry, get a natural B vitamin liquid. B vitamin liquid, natural. What do I mean by this? Every single ingredient needs to be natural, okay? Every single ingredient in this B vitamin complex liquid needs to be natural. So you need to look at the ingredients and make sure you know that it's all natural. Every single ingredient is natural. I would never recommend chemicals. There are so many chemicals. Chemicals are everywhere nowadays. It's like really scary. The chemicals are absolutely everywhere. My God, it's crazy. So this is why you have to be extra careful. So I'm really genuinely asking you, telling you, if you're tired, if you feel drained, just get a natural B vitamin liquid. You need to make sure that every single ingredient is natural, without any chemicals, without any additives, okay? And take it the first thing in the morning. You know, you've got like a little sucker, you know, it's like a little bottle, a liquid, and then you can, you know, that little sucker, you do that, and then the certain amount comes up, and then you take that amount and just put underneath your tongue, just wait like about 20 seconds and then just swallow. You know it's gonna give you so much energy, like, oh my God. And you do it like, first of all, straight in the morning, you know, first thing in the morning. Do it the first thing in the morning, and that way it can give you energy that can last, you know, for throughout the day. Okay, so this is why this is going to be so important for you if you feel tired. And also at the same time, a little bit of vitamin D tablet, natural as well, vitamin D, and with a little bit of K2. Vitamin D and K2 will help you, will help when it comes to vitamin D absorption, you know, with its absorption. K2 is important because it helps when it comes to the absorption of vitamin D3, but vitamin D3 is brilliant when it comes to tiredness as well. And if you are on any other medications, if you are pregnant or if you are breastfeeding, you just need to check with your doctor or GP. Only they can tell you whether this can interact with your existing medications, my gorgeous Piscellini, or not. So now going back to the mid part of this week, you know, listen, this is fantastic. Oh my God, this is why am I saying it's gonna be literally a little bit of everything this week, and that's why I was recommending you something for energy. You are gonna help to someone, bless your heart, I love you for this. And then after that, after you help to this person, not only you're gonna have an important information for yourself, but after that you are really, honestly, I know before I said like an emotional experience, but this midweek, after that, you know, something really crazy is going to happen. Something really, really powerful is going to happen to you. Something really significant is going to happen to you. And I'm talking about this mind-blowing experience, you know. And this experience, once this happens to you, you're gonna realize, oh my God, it's only one way to go. You're gonna realize that once it happens to you, what is going to happen, you will realize that you must make certain changes immediately, because it's not only about you having a mind-blowing and very, very important situation, very important experience. What is going to happen to you, it's going to be ridiculously important, and you're going to, not only you're going to realize you need to make, like, you know, certain changes like immediately. Okay, you're gonna have this great sense of urgency, but this is a good thing. And the reason why is because you will have a really powerful something was walking on my face. Something was walking on my face. Can you tell me? Can you tell me what it is? Oh God. Something was walking, 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 something was walking on my face, something was walking on my face, something was walking, something was walking, something was walking on my face, something was walking, something was walking, something was walking on my face. I am crazy and I know. I'm joking, my gorgeous Pisces, who cares? Raise your vibration, baby. Something is walking. Oh my God. Anyway, so you are going to have this like a mind-blowing experience, a very important experience, which is gonna make you realize that you have to, you need make a certain changes ASAP. You need to make certain changes ASAP, and you are going to have this crazy sense of urgency to do that as well. The reason why is because you will have a powerful and unexpected revelations which are going to open your eyes like never before. What are you going to realize is going to be out of this world, but most importantly, you are going to break free. Most importantly, you are going to release old belief systems, which is ever so important when it comes to you coming out of your comfort zone. You're also going to have such a kind of a brilliant idea. You're also going to have such a brilliant idea, and that particular idea that you're going to have, it's going to pretty much going to help you to remain objective when it comes to all this, but also at the same time, the moment in time you have this brilliant idea and you will know what this is, the moment in time you have this brilliant idea, you need to understand that you're opening up, baby. You're opening up like a big mama. Seriously, you're opening up to new perspectives. You're opening up to new perspectives. And my God, what can I say? What can I do to highlight how important this is going to be? You will be able to do what you love, but at the same time, you will be so much happier. And at the same time, a bit of a bonus here, you are going to be recognized for things that you do. And what you're doing right now is going to be rewarded. You have to understand that right now, you are moving away from negative things that have been dominating your life for too long. This is brilliant, and you are moving towards the life where you're going to feel so much happier. It's going to be so much more meaningful for you, but also materialistically, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Like, wow, something is walking, absolutely brilliant. You see what I mean? Something is walking, something is walking, something is walking on my face. Can you tell me what is walking on my face? The last part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces lady, I'm so sorry, I'm being really crazy today now. The last part of this week, my gorgeous Pisces lady, listen, what's happening, baby? I told you this week, it's like, I don't even know, this week it's crazy. But there is also someone very gorgeous about to appear at around the last part of this week. My gorgeous Pisces lineage, what am I singing? What are you gonna be up to? Naughty Pisces lineage. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Listen. At around the end of this week, listen, it's like you are gonna feel such a connection towards this person. Oh, new feelings towards somebody, my gorgeous Pisces, and I really like this person. Somebody really gorgeous, somebody really nice, somebody really genuine. You're really gonna start fancying someone, and you're gonna start realizing the fact that you are having new feelings towards somebody. My gorgeous Piscelini, listen, if you are in, this is for the single ones, okay? If you're ready for, you know, a bit of like fun, you know, if you're ready for for relationship, I mean, yeah? But this is for single Pisces. But then again, if you are in relationship, if you are in a happy relationship, then this means that there is still somebody gonna walk into your life who's gonna be such a fantastic friend, somebody really beautiful, but it's more like being beautiful in terms of personality and being beautiful when it comes to their way of thinking. You know, it will be like a like-minded person who's gonna make your life so much more colorful. So it's like gonna be like a really special friend, okay, really special friend, yeah. But then not the one with benefits, you know what I mean? Like a special friend. I mean, like if you are in a relationship, this is gonna be like a friend, like a special spiritual friend. No, I'm being serious now. Like a special spiritual friend who you're gonna find so good, you know, at this stage in your life, you know. And if you are, this is if you're in a relationship, and if you're not in relationship and you are kind of, if you're not in a relationship and you don't want relationship, then this is gonna be a friend. I get that, I completely understand, you know. This is gonna be friend who's gonna walk into your life. However, you're gonna feel very beautiful connection, very strong connection when it comes to that person, and it is gonna be somebody really genuine. And in terms of your personal evolution, spiritual evolution, this person is gonna play an important role. However, this person is gonna play an important role because you are gonna learn invaluable things in terms of spirituality, you know. And this we can only kind of understand and learn from like like-minded people, like-minded souls, okay. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, when it comes to the last part of this week, you know, it's like there is something that you are gonna want to learn. There is something that you will want to learn. It's about learning, it's about collaborating, it's about building something, you know. But at the same time, the problem is that there is something else that you're gonna need to finish first. I know it sounds weird, but there is something else that you're gonna need to finish first quickly, okay? Because when you realize what else do you need to finish quickly before you start this, why is this so important to you? Because you are gonna have a resolution of a very specific problem. It's going to bring you a conclusion, which is going to bring healing into your life, satisfactory results, and you're gonna make an important compromise before you do this. And that in itself, it's actually all all gonna lead towards you having like a future opportunities ahead, and you are gonna find out exactly which change and alteration do you actually need to make. So this is why this is going to be so important as well. And also, my gorgeous Piscelini, around the end of this week, listen to me very carefully. This is so important, and I know that this is gonna sound really crazy, and it's gonna sound again like, oh, here we go. But around the end of this week, you are gonna become aware of something is walking. No, it's all right. I'm just how weird I am today. Yeah, sorry, Pisces. Yeah, around the end of this week, you're going to find out about making some kind of a trip or making some kind of a journey. You're gonna need to go somewhere. Do you understand me? Around the end of this week, you will find out that you're gonna need to go somewhere. You're gonna need to make some kind of trip and make some kind of a journey. Okay, so whether you will go this week, or whether you will go in 1 week time after that, whether you will go in 2 weeks time after that, whether you go in 2 months time after that, whether you go in 3 months time after that, it doesn't matter. As long as you find out about this trip or journey which you're gonna need to make, you're gonna need to take this. You're not gonna kind of have a choice. And please don't get me wrong. So whenever you go, this is going to happen. So whether you go this week, whether you go in 2 months, whether you go in 3 months time on that particular journey, the outcome is going to be exactly the same. Exactly the same. So something weird and something a little bit negative, it's going to happen. Please don't get me wrong. Something a little bit weird and something a little bit negative, it's going to happen. But it's going to be so important. So important. Because for you, this is going to be like an invaluable experience when it comes to your personal transformation, when it comes to your personal evolution. There is something which is going to happen which you're not going to necessarily like, but it's going to be so important for you to kind of like move out of your comfort zone. You will open your eyes. You will become aware of something really specific, something really significant, and all that is going to contribute towards you really moving on, wanting to move on with your life big time. But most importantly, something is going to happen, and you will realize exactly you will realize exactly the fact that you must not follow old ways. And this is ever so important. Something is going to happen, and you're going to realize that you must not follow old ways, okay? Because otherwise you're going to be unhappy. So this is going to turn out to be extremely crucial information for you, my gorgeous Pisces, because you are really going to be able to identify something so specific and finally break these patterns. Okay, very, very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous Pisces, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.